Hi, I'm Kim McGreevy, and I'm a member of the Dixon United Methodist Church. I'm here to do the daily devotion for Friday, September 3rd, which is Kids Day. And today I have the good fun of telling the story of Joseph in the Bible. Now, Joseph was a teenager, and I'm going to help me tell the story, I'm going to make a little something that'll go along with the story. I've got a little paper bag. I've put it up here on my easel, and I'm just going to do some drawing that you can do too when you're done to help us remember the story. So Joseph was 17 years old, and Joseph was just one of 12 children of Jacob. Jacob had 12 children, and Joseph was actually his 11th child. At any rate, Joseph was his favorite child. Now, we don't often think of parents having favorites, but Joseph was for sure his father's favorite. And one of the things he did, because Joseph was his favorite, I got to make some lines here. Joseph was his favorite. He gave him a very special coat. And I'm going to go about making that coat right now. Sometimes it's known as the coat of many colors, but the Bible just says it was a very special coat. And he gave it to his son, which I'm sure made his son very happy. So I'm going to make this first stripe on the coat yellow, because yellow is a sunny, happy color to me. And that'll help us remember that Joseph was the favorite of Jacob and that he had this happy feeling because he was favorite. And there you go. That's the first stripe. Now, Joseph was his favorite, but then remember all the other brothers. They did not like so much that Jacob was showing so much favoritism to Joseph, so they were jealous. Now, jealousy is sometimes thought of with the color green. People say you're green with envy. So these brothers were very jealous of the attention that Joseph would get from his father, giving him this special coat, a coat you wouldn't do work in, a coat that you would just sit around in and look nice. All right, so meanwhile, Joseph, you'd think maybe would be very humble. No, Joseph did not act very nice necessarily to his brothers. In fact, he acted a little superior. He also had dreams, and in those dreams, which he decided to tell his brothers about, his dreams were about his brothers bowing down to him, like he was better than them. And he told them that. So in one of the dreams, in fact, the brothers were like stars, and they were all bowing down to him. So I'm going to draw 11 stars here to put on his coat to represent the brothers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The other brothers feeling quite upset about this. Well, those are the dreams. Those are the brothers bowing down, which they weren't happy about. They were jealous already. Now they didn't like his smugness, so they were really upset. And they were not just jealous, they were angry. And angry is often considered red. You see red when you're angry. So I'm going to put some red there for this next stripe. Now, it wasn't so much that they were just angry. They decided to do something about their anger to their smug, smarty pants brother, who said they were all going to bow down to him. So one day when they were out herding the flocks, they were shepherds, Joseph was sent by his father to come and find them. And when they saw him off in the distance, they decided that they were going to do away with Joseph. The brothers decided they needed to get rid of him. So at first they thought they'd maybe throw him down in a dark cistern, a well, a dark hole. I'm going to make this very dark. And they debated whether they should kill him or just throw him down in the well and leave him. But in the end, some traders came by and they sold their brother to the traders. They took his coat and they gave him to this caravan of traders that were heading off to Egypt. And that was a dark part of the story where they were feeling so angry and upset that they would actually harm their brother. Now, I put not enough stripes on there. I'm going to make 2 more skinny stripes on here. Oh, no, I did it right. I'll keep going. So you may say, well, what happened? So Joseph went off with the traders, and meanwhile, the brothers took his coat that they were so jealous of. They ripped it to shreds, and they made it look like Joseph had been attacked by an animal. And they came back to their father Jacob and said, "Oh no, our brother has been attacked and taken away by a horrible animal out there in the fields." Oh, Jacob was beside himself. He was so sad. And I'm drawing a blue stripe because sometimes people say when you're sad, you're feeling blue. So this is for Jacob's sadness at the death of his son. Of course, his brothers were lying because he wasn't actually dead. Meanwhile, Joseph is now off in Egypt, and the traders sold him to Potiphar, who was the king, the Pharaoh who's the head of Egypt, like the king of Egypt, the Pharaoh's captain of the guard. And so he was sold. Now I'm putting purple to represent this part of the story. Purple's a kind of mysterious color. It's also a royal color, and he was Pharaoh's captain of the guard. But I'm wondering how Joseph felt at this point. Was he sad that his brothers wanted to kill him and then ended up selling him? Was he thankful that they didn't kill him and instead he was alive and had some kind of a chance? At any rate, here we have the story of Joseph. Okay, lots of emotions, lots of crazy things going on in this family, but the story continues next week. Now, one thing Pastor Kathy always does at the end of the daily devotions is reminds you how to pray with your fingers. Remember that your thumb is for the people closest to you, your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and cousins, your friends. Pointer finger is for the people in your community, helpers in the community, doctors and nurses and people that work at the shops. And I think let's think about the police and the firefighters, especially this time with all the fires. We've got tall finger is for leaders of our country, that they can make good decisions that would lead our country into peace. Ring finger, the sick, the lonely, those who are sad. Those could be people close to you or people that you just see or hear on the news. And last but not least, praying for yourself. Okay, so I'll see you next week with the rest of the story.